Well. You're listening to Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright then, I may say words on point, straightforward. No jibber jabber, everybody forward. Issues, facts and solution. Get it at Gloves Off with Professor Buitrón. Alright, what other thing is a revolution? Get it on point with Professor Buitrón. Gloves Off, no nonsense issues, politics, community. A better men follow reader. Gloves Off, a revolutionary show with everything that you need to know. With Professor Buitrón. Watch ya!
The following political paid advertisements do not reflect the political opinions of the program or its associates. Any political campaign or candidate who wishes to purchase advertising can do so. Advertising is open to all on behalf of Gloves Off.
We're back at you in Gloves Off. I'm Professor Buitrón, and with we have Mr. Tito Ortiz, who is running for City Council District 7 of Laredo. Coach, how are we doing today?
How's everybody doing? Thank you for having me here, Professor Buitrón. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you for being with us, and also thanks for signing up to run for public office. It takes a different person to stand up there and say, you know what, I'm actually going to run. And with that note, I'm going to ask you, why did you decide to run? What happened to Coach Tito and said, you know what, I'm going to stand up? What happened?
It was a collection of things, that were going on. The opportunity presented itself. Running for office was always something I wanted to do, but later on in my life, that I thought I could do well. But the opportunity presented itself recently, and everything just, connected, and it was like, you know what, this is something I need to do. I've been very passionate about leadership in our country, and it was just one of those things that I was like, well, you know what, if I really want to make a big change, then I have to make the move, and this was a good opportunity for me.
Absolutely. You talk about leadership, and especially leadership in our country. Our country right now is going through a lot of hardships, not only because of our pandemic, the COVID crisis, but also everything politicized, all the attacks to our citizens, protests that are actually riots, and all the stuff that's going on. And so we live in a time frame that our country better snap out of it, or we're going to lose the country that we love. And that's my opinion. But I'm going to ask you, what do you feel about that?
Excuse me, I didn't, it cut off at the end. How do I feel about what?
I said, how do you feel about the current crisis that we're going through? The current crises that we're going through, the riots and the COVID and so on and so forth.
As a prior service United States Marine, we get out of the service, but we're still keeping tabs on what's going on with our country. I don't think it's never going to go away, whether we're in serving or not. And it is a crazy time. There's a lot of unprecedented things going on as far as information and how it's being sent out and things like that nationally. And it's an issue that I think we need to focus on. And one of the big ones is leadership. But as far as what I can bring to the table is I've been vocal about a lot of things throughout the years. But as far as me running for office locally, that's going to be my focus. Whatever issues we're having in District 7, whatever improvements we can do, that's what I'm going to focus on. And hopefully little by little, if we do our part at home, that's going to transfer through all the way to the top. And, we could sort of stabilize all the issues we've been having.
Absolutely. Here's one. You talking about focus on issues. What issues do you think Laredo has right now that need to be taken care of immediately?
As far as Laredo, the city of Laredo?
City of Laredo.
You know what? I really don't like commenting on issues relating to that. As far as, because I know some of these, candidates that get voted in and things like that, they're trying to do the best for their districts. It does tend to fluctuate when, they're saying one thing and doing another and things like that. And people are going to notice. So that's one of the things I guess I would like to bring to the table, and that's be just transparent. Be very transparent, approachable, and do everything I can for the people of District 7, which is why I decided to run. None of this is for me. I don't have any type of hidden agenda or anything. I just want to be the one that represents this district, and hopefully enough people believe in that and trust me, and it's most important to believe in me, and that's what I can bring to the table.
Every district and sure, every district has its problems and every district has its growth. And District 7 has grown a lot, and has grown a lot in one area, not only in housing development, but also in warehouse development for a certain type of vocation, which is the import-export businesses. And everybody always seems to complain about the traffic. Everybody always tries to see what can happen. Any ideas of what you do with the traffic that goes on in the area and what you can bring to the table?
Man, traffic has been an issue for the longest time, especially in Mines Road. We've been working, me and my team of consultants and stuff, we've been working on different routes we can take another main route for the businesses to be able to go through to hit the 35, or just to try to stay away from the residential areas, especially in that area. And Mines Road is it's kind of because Mines Road started as a commercial or industrial zone, okay, and then we just started building houses and houses. So it's kind of a unique blend of commercial and residential. But we have plans for the traffic congestions that we want to put out. And that is one of the main things that we will focus on. Okay. And hopefully we can bring some changes to the district. You know.
Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of change. There's a changes that need to be made, especially that, and there's a lot of problems that have been, I don't know if ignored, have never been fulfilled. You know, they've started and they've never finished it. And I think that's what we need to concentrate ourselves on is if there's a project going on, we have to finish at the end. And I think that's going to be one of the best things to do. And are you going to be one of those persons that are going to say, okay, this councilman before me started this project, or the two councilmen before me started this project. How come it was never done? Let's finish it now. Are you going to be that type of person?
Well, you can rest assured that we are gonna get things done. We're gonna finish things if it's gonna be productive for our district. I really can't comment on what changes have been brought up or why they stopped. But what I do know and what I can tell you guys is that I'm gonna make sure we finish that. I'm gonna make sure we finish the projects we set out to do. That's our job.
Absolutely. No. Absolutely. I was going to ask you, once one councilman is brought into Laredo and becomes the city of Laredo council or council person or woman, or whatever they want to use, you represent Laredo what do you think Laredo and what Laredo needs now is? We live in a beautiful town. It's a beautiful culture, a beautiful community. That's why many of us came back to be with our family, friends. Many of us off to college, go off and work, and many of us do come back, right? And I sure did. But what I'm seeing is there's no jobs being brought. There's no manufacturing jobs. There's no plans. There's nothing. Do you have that aspiration of bringing that in as well, or what kind of business would you want to bring in for our community to develop and be employed and have work?
Well, we don't want to stop any type of economic development. We realize that because of the economic development in these areas that the residential areas have improved as well. As far as pinpointing exactly what kind of businesses we want to bring over and things like that, we're still discussing what we would, what we would like. But as the fact of the matter is whatever we can bring that's gonna help our district, that's what we're gonna try to bring in. So I mean, it has to be something that's going to help us. We bring a business in, okay. We're going to try to see if it can help them out somehow, whether we raise minimum wage or whatever, better, higher paying jobs, whatever it is. That's what we're going to try to do.
Okay. There's a huge call right now and you being a Marine. And you were probably, I don't know if you were stationed in the country or out of the country. And I want to thank you for your service, as well as all those that are right now serving our country. And I always tell this to everybody. You all are the ones that give us our freedoms and our security. And talking about security, talk about the issue with the border wall. We live in a place that our neighbors, Nuevo Laredo, I mean, they've been in a war for quite some time. And even though some people here don't want to talk about it, it is the truth. How do you feel about the wall? How do you feel about all those issues? Because, there's other components here in town that don't want the wall, but yet they want security.
Yeah.
And a wall is part of security. Ace has has a fence around it. Most houses have fences around it. Most houses in Laredo, Texas have burglar bars, even if they have a nice ornamental ironwork on it. So security for protect drones is something there. What do you feel?
Well, whatever border protection feels they need to be able to protect our borders is, that's what we should always go with, because they're the ones in the front lines. They're the ones that see everything. The issue on the border wall as well was very political, divisive, so it really never got going. But as far as how I feel about border protection is whatever border protection feels they need. If it's a wall, then get a wall. If it's a fence, if it's, at the end of the day, they're the ones there, getting that done. I've never really been a big, for any type of wall dividing nations. But I do realize, sometimes, there are issues. Laredo for a long time was dangerous, and I realized that. But again, whatever border protection, BP, whatever they decide they need, that's where we're gonna go. Safety and protection. That's our number one goal. So.
Absolutely. And I understand the process, and I understand about being Navy and everything else, so forth. And then if it was that way, then we should remove all the fences and all the brick walls that surround every house here in Laredo.
Well,
you know what I mean? If that's the way it was, but unfortunately, being human nature and I'll say the formula is a little bit different. We can have this, and now somebody comes over here and says, you know what, I want what you have, and I'm not going to pay for it. I'm just going to take it.
Okay.
And
most of these things are
unfortunately that's been the since
are interchange. They could change, Like,
right. That's what happens, Coach. Now, yeah, absolutely. Now, what else would you like to see Laredo do? What else would you like to see Laredo in, let's say 5 years from now? Let's say November comes and you are the chosen. Well, how would you like to leave and say, you know what, this is what I did?
The whole reason I decided to run was to make a positive change for our district and the people and things like that. As the normal American myself, a concerned American that saw a lot of things that said, you know what, maybe if I was in positions like that, maybe I could be able to make better decisions when it's up to the hierarchy. So that was my main thing. I am running on my history and what I've done, and I'm saying this is what I've done. This is what I was able to do to give back. Okay. And now I want to be able to be here and let's see what we can do here based on what we did there. Okay. I really don't like coming in and, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, because the reality is what do we don't, I do want to make positive changes, and that's, if I could be known for something, or if there's like a goal, it would be for people powered progress, and we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely. If there's at the end of the day there's 10 of you, and at the end of the day there's going to be one. And every race, every campaign has its ups and downs, and every race has people that are also helping them. If somebody wants to reach out to you and say, what, I like what you said, I want to be part of your organization, I want to be part of a campaign, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me by, if they have Facebook, they could, they could look up Roberto Ortiz, city council member, and they'll find me there. We also have a website we're about to put up, and it's robertortiz2020.com. So, if anybody would like to reach us there, help out with anything like that, those are the two places you can reach us, and we'll get back to you, as soon as we get your message.
Absolutely. We'll have a debate. We done it in the past. Due to the crisis, we'll have it through Zoom, and it'll be on the 19th of December. And hopefully you can make it there.
Right.
And hopefully come out and express yourself with the rest of everybody that's doing this venue, and I think it'd be great. But Coach, we're running out of time. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Looking forward to the debate.
And anytime, come out and say, this is what's going on, and take it from there. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All righty. Till next time. Peace.
Appreciate it.
The following political paid advertisements do not reflect the political opinions of the program or its associates. Any political campaign or candidate who wishes to purchase advertising can do so. Advertising is open to all on behalf of Gloves Off.